And my kids were in there. They were at the my grandkids were at the door. My daughter's outside screaming. If he would have drew that gun and missed me and shot one of my kids, it would have been devastating.
In a recent incident, a Doordash driver in Washington was arrested after returning to a customer's home with a gun, demanding a cash tip. The driver was reportedly upset about the previous day tip. The customer was able to disarm the driver, and the situation was captured on video. The driver was subsequently arrested for harassment, DUI, and assault. Now, I'm glad that nobody was shot in the midst of this foolishness, because this here did not make any sense at all. This man did all of this over a tip, and he had already got a tip. But anyway, this all happened on May the 28th, 2025, when Mr. Anthony Volino was sitting at the breakfast table with his daughter and also his granddaughter eating breakfast. Some good old pancakes, some good old waffles, some good old biscuits, some good old eggs, sausage, whatever they may be eating that morning. They were enjoying each other's company and also breakfast. And all of a sudden, a knock on the door. So, being the man of the house, he got up and went to the door and checked and see exactly who that was. It was 50-year-old Robert Delahan, straight trash.
A quiet morning in Vancouver interrupted.
This loud bang on the door, real loud, startled my daughter, and she goes, "Oh my gosh, who the heck's pounding on the door?"
Anthony Volino explains it was the Doordash delivery driver who'd come by the house the night before when his daughter ordered groceries.
It was a considerable amount. It was about $100 worth of food. The food was delivered to her. Apparently, she had to give a tip through the online system, which was deducted.
But showed up to these people's house drunk. Now, the man was trying to figure out, who are you? Come to find out, he's the Uber driver that brought his daughter $100 worth of groceries the day before. Now, he was upset about a tip. I'm talking about Mr. Robert Delahan. He was upset about a tip because he wanted a cash tip. Now, you would think that this man would be happy for the tip that he had already got. No, he was not happy at all. But first of all, why did this man even show up to these people's house anyway? And on top of that, he showed up drunk to make matters even worse. So the man, was talking about a tip. And the homeowner, Mr. Anthony, thought about giving this man a cash tip because he wanted to be generous to this guy and help this guy out. And first of all, why is he even at my home in the first place over a tip when he had already got a tip? But he was going to give the man a tip, but the man leaned inside of the door and said, "I want my tip." And that's when Mr. Anthony sit back and said to himself, hold on, man, hold up. You taking things a little bit too far now. So he realized that the man had a gun in his waistband. That's when they got into a tussle.
But the driver had apparently wanted a cash tip. And for a second, Volino thought about giving him one.
When he again said, "I want my tip," that's when I said, whoa, whoa, whoa. He leaned in like I didn't hear him, and that's when I put my hand up like a stop sign, and I said, hey. And I said, "You need to leave now."
A scuffle ensued, and that's when Volino realized the man at their door had a gun in his waistband.
When I felt the steel, my heart just sank. I was like, "Oh God, help me now." He tripped right here, and he tripped up against my wife's car. And as he was on the ground, I came about right here, and I leaned over, and I cleared the handgun.
Vancouver police arrived soon after, identifying the suspect as Robert Delahan and arresting him.
And thank God that Mr. Anthony was able to get the gun away from this creep, because this guy here was straight up trash. How in the world are you going to show up to somebody's home with a gun on you and also drunk, mad over a lousy tip? $10, $15, $20? Come on, man. Get a grip. People, I'm going to say this here. And also, the police showed up to the scene and they arrested Mr. Robert Delahan. Straight garbage. And he was charged with felony harassment, DUI, in assault charges also. So he's going to be in prison, I hope, and also in jail for a long time. So this drunk is off of the streets. Very good. But anyway, you all, be careful when you are ordering things from Uber Eats. Whether you may be ordering groceries or some personal items through Uber, because Uber has all type of services when it come down to getting things delivered to your home. So be careful when it come down to that, because that there is very scary when you think about it. You got an Uber driver that will show up to your home out of nowhere, knock on the door, drunk, upset about a tip, and he already had got a tip anyway. So what in the world is the problem? People, please be careful. And when it come down to Uber, I don't trust it anyway, especially when it comes down to somebody delivering something to my home. I don't even trust the pizza man. The pizza man could be getting on the phone when they leave your home talking about, man, I looked inside of their home and they got a 80-inch TV on the wall, mounted up in the left corner, looking very nice. They were watching Spider-Man with the kids, having a good old time, having a good old pizza party, and etc. And I seen that, and I seen this. They even had some money sitting on the table. So people, be careful out there, because people that are delivery drivers are looking inside of your home. And also, you may have a delivery driver that is posing to be a delivery driver just to try to break into your home. So be careful for that right there also. It does not make sense. This man showed up drunk with some garbage on his mind over a lousy $20 to $30 tip. Don't make sense. I don't get it. But I'm glad that this guy was able to wrestle this guy and get this gun away from him. And look at Mr. Anthony Volino. This guy looks pretty fit. So, and also look at this guy that was the delivery driver. He looks like a fat slob. And think about if Mr. Anthony was not fit at all. He probably would have been shot. And also somebody inside of the home would have been shot also. And Mr. Anthony was able to get that gun, take the clip out of it, and put this idiot on the ground by his wife's vehicle. And also, his wife is inside of the home. Also, man, this guy right here, man, needs to go to jail for a long time. Matter of fact, send him to prison for a long time. Y'all leave a comment and let me know exactly what you all think about this story, because this story here is truly tragic, stupid, and also insane. Y'all have a good one and also have a blessed one. Until I see you all on another video, holla at you.